In this video, we'll take a look at trimming and scaling videos inside of Easy Video Lab 2. Now, trimming videos, both of these these features are generally used when you want to get a video to match, some audio, or maybe you have a script already and you need this video to kind of match that duration of maybe a sentence in a video or something like that. So these two options give you the ability to adjust a video's time or duration to fit, again, whatever you need. So trimming is going to get rid of the content. It's going to keep the speed of the video the same, but it's going to take some frames off, and we'll take a look at that in a second. And scaling is where you would preserve the overall content, from beginning to end of the video. It just would go faster or slower depending on how you've scaled it. Now, there's another way to trim, and before we actually look at, you see if I have a video selected, video controls is open, and I have trim and scale here. Now, let's look at another method, though. Let's come over here to maybe this 9-second point, some point, and I can select that, and we can actually use our split feature. And that's going to cut the video right there, and then I can come in here and delete that. Now, the reason why that's gone, that means that I don't have that. I can't come back. If I wanted that after all, then I'd have to re-import this video, and so forth. So that is not the ideal way to do it. That is a very common way to do it in many other video programs. Let's go ahead and delete this and re-import that video. So I chose this clock so that we can get a sense of the speed when we're looking at scaling. So we'll go ahead and have something. I'll go ahead and play this at normal speed. You see the clock is, just the speed of the hands are going around. So just wanted to be able to get a sense if we speed things up or slow things down using scale, we'll be able to see it. So now we are in trim mode right now. Notice that there's blue here, and now if I go to scale mode, it's going to go to green. So that allows you to visually see what mode you're in just at a glance. Now, if I'm in trim mode, I can take either the two ends, either the beginning or the end, and I can click and drag, and I can basically trim some stuff off. Now, what that's done is it's cut this. That time is no longer being shown; it's cut from the video. However, it's actually still there. I can click this again, drag it out, and I can get that back if I wanted to. So it's a non-destructive if you use the trim method in video controls. And so that's a little bit, there's an advantage over doing that than using split, is if you come down here and you change it, say, and you're like, oh, you know what, I need a fraction of a second more, and you just kind of come back and you get some of that back. And so that lets you do that, and that's very helpful. So in scale, what scale is going to do is it's very different. Let's go ahead and get this back to its original duration there. And if I go to scale mode, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to keep or preserve the entire contents of the video. So, the hands and the seconds moving around, that's all going to stay there. I'm not cutting something off if I go one direction or another. If I click and drag to the left, or if I basically make it smaller one way or the other, if I did it to the right on the other side, basically making compacting the video, if you will. So I still have all that video, it just will run a lot faster. Let's go ahead and be extreme about it so that we can see that. Let's come down to maybe 3 seconds from a 10-second video, and we'll be able to see that's much faster. Okay, so, and if I go the opposite direction, let's go, we have a limit to how far you can go because it starts to really break down. We're adjusting our frame rate here, and it starts to be very muddy and so forth. But you'll see that if I go the opposite direction, it's going to be really slow, because I've kept the overall contents of the video, and we're just seeing, basically we've reduced frame rate here, whereas we've increased frame rate if we go something like this. So stretch lets us do that instead. So again, you got trim, you're going to be blue, and scale is going to be green. Scale is going to preserve the overall video, whereas trim is going to be cutting parts of the video off. And that's working with trim and scale inside of Easy Video Lab 2.